Lost as a jet engine powerhouse announces closings. Team coverage starts in 30 seconds.
Live. News Channel 8 at 11 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Ann Nyberg.
I'm Keith Kuntz. Ted Copy has the night off. It's an economic hit for Pratt & Whitney workers and for the state of Connecticut. The announcement coming today that 2 Pratt & Whitney facilities are slated to close, taking with them 1,000 jobs.
We have team coverage on the announcement and its impact, beginning with News Channel 8's Jamie Muro. Jamie.
Well, Ann, Pratt & Whitney said in a media statement earlier today that the aerospace industry is facing a bigger crisis than that following 9/11. They said to save money, to cut costs, they need to move jobs to Georgia and overseas. But they stressed today that 10,000 jobs will remain at Pratt here in Connecticut. But the union thinks differently, saying that a company that is making a ton of money simply wants to make a ton more at the expense of the Connecticut worker. It's amazing how a workplace can become a second home, but Monday night, 1,000 Pratt & Whitney workers in both East Hartford and Cheshire feel as though they are being evicted.
It's just very, very sad, and the public should be enraged.
Off the scale. Off the scale. That's all you can say. I mean, it's a shock. We had an idea, but you always wish for the best.
After 2 months of emotional negotiations between the company and the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, Pratt decided to close the Cheshire plant in 2011 and an East Hartford operation in 2010, citing the need for cost-cutting measures.
This was an extremely difficult decision. We share the union and the state's commitment to keeping good jobs in Connecticut.
At a news conference following Pratt's decision, union leaders, flanked by workers, local, state, and federal politicians, promised to keep fighting.
It was a sham that no matter what the state of Connecticut did, no matter what the Machinists Union did, to try to keep him here in Connecticut, their mind was set to move out of the state of Connecticut, and that's not right.
All along, Pratt officials had said it was up to the union to find more than $50 million in yearly savings, but the union's figure fell far below at around $38 million. The union says their number was much, much higher.
The major issue with these 2 particular units are that we can do this work elsewhere within Pratt & Whitney's network at significantly less cost.
The plan now is this. The union, with the help of Connecticut Attorney General Richard Blumenthal, plan to file a federal lawsuit seeking an injunction that would save the nearly 1,000 jobs. Until then, Pratt workers are nervous about finding a new home. That is, if there is even one out there.
What do you tell your 16-year-old daughter now? What do you tell your wife?
We're moving to North Carolina. I don't know. I can't stay here and pay all. I can't get a comparable job to this, or I'm going to leave the state.
Now, Connecticut Attorney General Richard Blumenthal told me earlier tonight that there is actually a precedent for a federal lawsuit involving Pratt & Whitney. Back in 2000, they sought to protect 500 jobs, a case that they won, and Mr. Blumenthal told me tonight those jobs are still in existence today.